So, okay. So today we are going to start this environmental engineering systems. Okay. Basically, I will give you a basic introduction to this engineering systems. Okay. So first, okay. So okay. So environmental systems. Are you able to see the screen, students?
Sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, so in the introduction, the environmental system engineering is broadly concerned with the planning and management of the water, air, and land resources. Okay. So basically, it is related to planning whatever the things you are building in the whether you are uh, you are making a structure, or you are making some purification of water or purification of anything. So in that cases, if you don't purify, then it will affect this. If you affect the environment, in that case, this thing has to be come into picture. Okay. So so okay. So it can be related to water, it can be related to air, and it can be related to land resources. That means soil contamination it is talking about. Okay. So whatever, if you build any structure, if it is three of them are affected by it, so how better planning you are doing to make sure that they are not affected that much. Okay. Next, the environmental engineering have evolved from a traditional cost minimization design problems to problems typified by the conflicting engineering, environmental and economic objective and constraints. So as you know that environmental engineering is not just a way to make sure that the environmental problems which is happening is minimized. It is more than that actually. Because nowadays we have the technology to uh, take care of most of the problems. So, but the problem is it is not just the environmental problem, it is also the cost part. Okay. So when the cost, if maybe if you see, if I do one thing, that if I if I do one thing and make sure this, let us consider the case of um, carbon dioxide pollution or all these things. It is not that we don't have the technology to make sure that carbon dioxide level in the air is coming down. We have, but the problem is the cost become very high. Okay, so at that time I have to make a decision between the cost and the technology I am adopting. Okay. So that is what this conflicting what is all about. Okay, so that is all about. Okay, so so it is not just the technology development, you have to see from an economic point of view, and what is the objective. Okay, and finally the political decisions, because maybe every other thing is okay, but sometimes the political parties not agreeing with what you are saying, so that also you have to considering. Okay, next is why people are admitting so late. Also they should come earlier, right? They are disturbing other students. Okay. The evolution of environmental engineering from sanitary engineering and the problems associated with wastewater treatment design indicates that the environmental problems are multidisciplinary problems. That also you know. Earlier, environmental means mostly it was relevant to sanitary engineering. So in sanitary engineering is engineering by itself. But from that, from civil environmental point of view, we are taking some part of it, that is processing the that uh, contaminated water, okay, or the wastewater which is coming out of it. That part we are treating and making a designs for that. But okay, so earlier it was not like it is only the wastewater related sanitary structure we are used to go for, but now it becomes the wastewater treatment also coming under this environmental aspect, because the type of contamination which is happening to the water is also very high. Earlier it was not so much. So the zone or the spectrum, I would rather say, is very high, and it is under this environmental engineering. Okay, so it is a big multidisciplinary problem now. Okay, the evaluation of regional water quality or the management of groundwater and surface water resources are environmental planning and management problems involving engineering design, resource economics, and the environmental analysis. Okay, so it is whenever I am saying that any engineering designing engineering system for environmental problem, that means I have to keep everything in mind. And the first thing is your engineering design. Okay, then what is the resource economic, how much resource I am available with me, and after when I do these things, what if I'm building some structure or do something, how much environmentally it will affect the entire area. That also I keep in mind. Okay, so wherever you do, you make any structure, water quality management, water and groundwater, surface water, everything, what are the things which is involved, become very broad. Okay, so the point is the decision making in these type of problems involves a hierarchy of engineering activities that ranges from design of individual pumping well in a groundwater basin to controlling reservoirs releases to satisfy municipal, industrial, and agricultural demand. Okay, so you can see the range. One place where a simple work of making a individual pumping well to controlling this reservoir, reservoir water, controlling the quality of it, and do the supplying of that so that it satisfy the municipal, industrial, and agricultural water demand. At the same time, it is, if you see from the solid waste point of view, solid waste segregation to solid waste management. Okay, so it is a very big broad area. Okay, so why I'm saying this? Because decision making is a very big thing in this. Okay, it is all about making an engineering system, and for that you need to make it to take some decisions. So in earlier classes, that critical decision we have taught you about decision engineering. So somehow in that you choose some parameters, okay, and based on the basis of that you do some statistical analysis and you take the decision. So like that you can analyze these environmental systems also. Okay. Next is, okay. Now, although these problems are seemingly diverse and unrelated, these environmental systems are all based on meeting the or satisfying the perceived societal, economic, and technological needs and goals. Okay. So if you see all these problems by themselves are very different. Even one water structure is very different from from a highway structures. One sanitary structure is very different from a dam. Okay, but if you see from the amount type of contamination, if Italy they are doing and all these things, suppose you imagine a dam is there, okay, and one river water is coming to that dam. Okay, now if the river is contaminated due to some reason, then it will contaminate the dams also, dam water also. Now when this dam is contaminated, how it will affect the surrounding area, that also you have to see. So this is very much interrelated. Okay, it is basically uh, very diverse, but at the same time they are very much related to each other. Okay, and combined is our job as engineer is to see that how much we are satisfying the societal, economic, and technological needs and goals of the society in relation to these problems. Okay, so basically we have to choose an optimized system for that. Okay, next point, the overriding objective of the system engineering is to identify a set of alternatives or solutions that best meet these needs or goals in the context of the stipulated economic, political, social, and environmental constraints and the objectives. Okay, so keeping these overriding objectives, okay, keeping everything in mind, we have to identify a set of alternatives or solution that is best meet the needs. Okay, so there will be very much parameters you have to choose. Okay, there are very much parameter solution you need to find. So after doing everything, you have to choose a particular solution which is the most optimized one. Okay, so okay, okay, now whatever I told you, okay, so we will take a standard problem and try to look at it, because you see this lecture, this introduction part is a very generalized way of doing the things. Okay, so when I am doing this, I will take one problem and do the analysis of that. Okay, and do the analysis of that from that one problem, and we will try to look all the different problems in this perspective. Okay, so okay, so here the controller management. How to remove this one? If I clicking, it is again coming back. Okay. Control and management of water quality in a regional river basin. Okay. So what is happening? Let me define this problems. Okay. There is river flow is happening here like this. Okay. From here and here, and there is some waste source is there. This is the waste source. This is a surveillance point. Similarly, another waste source is there here. Another surveillance point is there here. Okay. And this is the amount of water which is flowing through the river. It is 2 million. This is 5 million gallons per day. Okay. So this is the standard program, hypothetical river basin. This is how the flow is happening. Okay? And these are the surveillance points. Surveillance points means at these points we are collecting all the data. Okay. Now here it is assumed that there are a number of points of source discharges to the streams and rivers of the basin. Okay, so this is the entire basin. These are the two sources. From here and here the discharge is happening to the streams or rivers of the basin. The water quality at selected sampling locations or surveillance point is not meeting the in-stream water quality standard as mandated by the government agency. So the problem is that whatever the standard set by government for the water quality of this river is not met by the river water. Okay, and that is happening because of this waste thing. Okay, so this is the problem which is defined. Now how we are going to look at it from a engineering system problem point of view or environmental engineering problem point of view. Okay, so okay, the management and control of water quality illustrates a number of common issues that underlies this environmental resource engineering problem. The resolution and mitigation of the environmental problems depends on our definition of water quality. That can be answered by following questions. Okay, so first job is to, I need to ask some questions. Okay, uh, so and because on the basis of that question I can define the water quality. What is the water quality? That can be defined on the basis of that questions. Okay, because whether it is satisfying those conditions or not, that is very important. Okay. So first, some of the questions are we concerned with the dissolved oxygen or DO as indicator variable for the overall health of the streams of the river? Okay. If you already know what is dissolved oxygen, that is the amount of dissolved oxygen. So if the dissolved oxygen is below this standard level, then it can affect the aquatic life. Okay, the fish or whatever will be there, the plant life also can be affected by this. Okay, water-based plant, they can be affected by this, and it is also not suitable for the humans if they take bath or something like that in this. Okay, so whether it is having the minimum dissolved oxygen in it or not. Okay, next is the biochemical oxygen demand, BOD, or the amount of oxygen required by bacteria to stabilize the organic waste load under the aerobic condition is significant in the water quality analysis. That is also, this is also very important. That means if any organic matter is thrown in the or dumped in the water, and whether the bacteria, okay, which is convert this organic material in the stable form, that because this bacteria also needing oxygen for that, so this that will be extra bacteria oxygen than what is already oxygen, dissolved oxygen is there, so that will be biochemical oxygen demand. Okay, so if that amount is there or not, whether it is the minimum amount is satisfied or not, that also you need to see. Next is, are the nutrients such as the forms of phosphorus or nitrogen more important because of the increased likelihood of eutrophication? So this is related to the bacterial actions actually. Okay, because those will be this, if this amount, this minerals will be there, there will be more active, these things will be. Okay, have the worst source introduce exotic materials such as trihalomethanes into the water system. Actually, these are industrial chemicals, trihalomethanes. So this is sometimes used to disinfect the water. But if it is go beyond certain value, higher value, so what can happen that these are carcinogenic in nature. That means they can make cancer in human. Okay, or they can give birth to a cancer cell in human body. Okay, so although it may be sometimes helpful in disinfecting the water, at the same time this is highly carcinogenic, so it is not desirable. So by any chance has such type of chemicals has come into system? Okay, that also you need to check. Are there significant non-point sources in the water that introduce herbicide and pesticide in the streams and the rivers of the basin? Okay, and this also basically, we, if any established industry is there, from that we can find these sources. But if some places it is non-point sources is there, we cannot try, we are not able to track it on these cases. Whether, because if you see, and non-source means if you we are dumping herbicides, pesticides into the farmland. Now the from farmland, water is coming to the rainy season. Water is coming from farmland to these streams and rivers. Now there is no any if you say any factory or any industry or dump is happening, but these type of water which is coming from the farm can affect the water or river basin. Okay, that also you have to see. And next is, has the salt level balance of the river basin has been altered? For example, from excessive irrigation return flows. Okay, this also happens so that whenever we water supply is happening in some cases. Okay, so when the river flow, reverse flow is happening, means it is coming from the lake to the, so river to the. Generally, we supply from the river to the land, but sometimes it, when the excess water is there, it is coming from the land to the river. Now, when it happens, most of some cases in the dry zone, it is found that the amount of salt is very high in case of these lands. Okay, so those salts can affect this water in the river itself, and when such a thing happens, then this thing will affect wherever to whatever points the river is moving, it will affect it. Okay, so that you have to keep in mind. So this is the things, these are the questions we are asking. Okay, so whether it is satisfied or not. Okay, next is test for defining problem mathematically. The parameter water has to be expressed as a 1 minute. Okay, there was small disturbance. Okay. Okay. So now for defining the problems, mathematical the parameter water quality has to be expressed as a vector. Now we are coming to these points. Now, first thing we need to choose the parameters. Okay, parameters which will be used to define the problem. Okay. Now, whatever the parameters I choose, there is BOD, COD, BO, or DO, or uh, bacterial formation, all these things. If I consider them to be one parameters, okay. So when these parameters is there, so these parameters are actually vectors. Now, what is vector? Uh, Now, why I'm considering this is a vector quantity, because and when we do the when we do this statistical analysis of this thing, we define as a vector. Now, first let me give you an idea of what is a vector quantity. Okay, first thing is that it is whenever typically vector means like a velocity or acceleration. That means some quantity with a direction. Okay, this is very similar to this. That means suppose if some parameter is there, okay, I'm saying that diesel oxygen, let us the parameters. That means this diesel oxygen will never be a constant at a point, right? It will not be, it will keep on changing, okay? And this will be defined by spatially and temporally. That spatially means what? That means distance with downstream. That means at what length, if you consider source point, from the source point at what distance and what depth of the river, this is the value, okay, because it will vary. And temporally, that means with time, hourly, daily, seasonally, okay, because at some point also the value will change as different time. If it is hourly basis, what is the value? What is daily basis? What is the value? What is seasonally? What is the value? That also changes. That means these parameters are not constant. Okay, these are, so this can be assumed as a vector quantity. Okay, so which will be changing with time and changing with distance. Okay, and these variation in water quality are caused by the flow and mass transfer processes occurring in the stream or river system. Now, this variation, why this variation happens? If you see any, if you have ever seen the topology around a river, the flow, the stream of a river or the direction the river is taking, it is not a very straight line. Okay, you cannot just define very mathematically. So in those cases, whatever the flow is happening, if you see any whirlpool is created at any point, because that is because of the amount of water which is there or the direction of the river which is there. So that will be creating. Now, in some places, if the whirlpool is there, the quantity of these parameters, any of parameter which is I'm choosing, will be more or less depending on the situation. Okay, and that, so if you see, because the natural system of river is such that these parameters are keep on changing. Okay, so these parameters can be assumed as some vector quantity. Okay, now why I'm saying this, because we can assume this as a vector quantity, and mathematically when you create a matrix and do the calculations everything, in that cases it will be very useful or mathematically very viable. Okay, and this is very viable to define a system also on the basis of this mathematical parameter. Okay, next is complications. Okay, what are the complications in environmental? Another complication advancing the possible number engineering and economic solutions to the water quality problems. Okay, now once you define these parameters, look, the amount of parameters we are choosing. Okay, as I told you, the more the parameter you choose, the more the system comprehensive will be. So the quality, if you are able to analyze the result quality you will get will be very high, good, very good quality, very realistic. Okay. But problem is when you take too many parameters, okay, the complexity of the problem is so high, so multidimensional that solving it is a very difficult thing. Okay. So in these cases, you have to be very, very judicious about choosing those parameters. Okay? So that is what parameters I was talking about in the last slide. So in this slide, the complications in environmental system is the possible number of engineering and economic solution of the water quality problem. Okay. So once you know the parameters, okay, and then you will develop the way to find the solutions. Okay. Now, when I am saying that solutions, it has to be engineering solution and economic solutions. Both. Now what will be the engineering solution? What is the economic solution? Right. So you let me go through this first, then I will tell you. Not only is water quality inherently vector quality, but the range of possible solutions to planning design problem is extremely large. For example, a regional wastewater treatment is a common engineering solution to water quality problems. Increased wastewater treatment on each point source might also be a viable solutions. Okay. Now it is saying that wherever any regional supply is happening, at that point we are doing it. At that point we are doing the treatment of the water. But if I am doing the treatment at the source point itself, where it is doing, then that will be a different solution. Okay. That is this is the one solution, this is another solution. So the first solution is where I want to use the water, I will treat the water there. Other will be where I want to, where the this uh, wastewater source is there, at that point I will do the treatment. Now this is both the options have their negative point and positive points. Okay, but you have to choose accordingly. Okay, which one is more relevant to you? So technologically, which is more challenging? Economically, which is more challenging? Economically more challenging means whether though if the source point is such a place that fixing the facilities there to do the treatment at that point may be very, very costly. So you have to be very, very judicious about it. So we have to see both the economic engineering solution and the economic solutions. Okay. So maybe in some places engineering solution is very easy, but economically it is very, very high. Okay. So that way you have to see it. Next point is alternative forms of wastewater treatment such as land application of wastewater or wetlands treatments can also be environmentally and economically feasible. Okay. So this is the what I was telling. It is extension of that only. Assuming point sources are the major source of contamination, requiring farms or municipalities to cease discharging water is also alternative and possibly with severe economic consequences. Actually, it is saying that kind of solutions only. If we find some way to stop these, okay, so in that case we can uh, we, this is some kind of action should be uh, there to stop people from contaminating or discharging waste into the water, all these things. So like severe economic something like that. So yeah, it is one way of doing this. So now here, if you see now here, the political system is coming into picture. The law abiding law authority comes into picture. It will not just be a plain engineering problem or economic problem. Now it is a law problem also, law and order problem also. So that like that only. Okay, it is very, very complicated. Underlying all these possible solutions, however, there always remain a number of unanswered questions or political issues. These issues reflect the engineering decision that has to be made regarding the location, capacity, treatment, and efficiency of the proposed wastewater treatment plant. Okay, there are always infinite. Okay, now what is saying that? So keeping all these things in mind, also engineering all these things also, there can be some points which will never be solved or which will never be taken care of. So when such situations comes, okay, like this political decision, I will tell you one example. Okay, recently, if you due to this COVID-19, many people are dying. Okay, so in some places in Nagpur or somewhere in Madhya Pradesh, they are trying to make a place where they want to uh, take care of these dead bodies or something like that. Okay. Now, if you see at environmental problems, you will see how much contamination will be happening. All these things, keep in mind also availability of the lands, all these things. And when the location is fixed, the local people say no. Okay. Now, when the local guy who is about the local leader who is there, again he has to take a decision because otherwise he will be affected. Okay. So they have to relocate that point. So that is what I'm trying to tell you, that it is not just the engineering problem or the economic problem, it is the other question, another thing, which is the political decisions. One example of that. Okay. Which do not have any logic to it. Okay. Anyway, okay. So these issues reflect the engineering decisions that have to be made regarding the location, capacity, and treatment of efficiency of the proposed treatment plant. So if such cases, suppose what according to engineer from a money point of view, all these things you choose a site, but due to some political decision you cannot make it, then you have to relocate to some other points. Now once you relocate to that other points, at least you have to optimize your system for that other points. Again, you have to do the recalculate everything. Okay, you have to optimize everything. So this is what you have to do. So there is always an infinite number of possible values for possible values for the decision variables. Okay, so there is many, yeah, and you have to take a decision on the basis of that which one you are going for. Okay. Another relevant problem. Okay. So another relevant problem in environment engineering is the identification of the best possible. Give me a minute. Okay. Another relevant problem is the environmental engineering is the identification of the what is the best or the optimal engineering alternative or design. Okay. So how to, what is the significance of that? Okay. So the differentiation or ranking of alternative based on the number of characters that are often conflicting and contradictory. So as I told you, you have to choose the parameter on the basis of that. As I told you in the first unit, we are taking multiple criteria, decision taking criteria. You can use that here also. Okay. On the basis of that, you depending on the values you get, you can choose the ultimate optimized solutions. Okay. Now we can then open. So it can be conflicting also, contradictory also. For example, cost-effective engineering design of waste treatment facility minimize the total capital or investment and operational and maintenance cost. This criterion conflicts with the pure environmental object that minimize the total pollution loading of the reverberation. Okay, so pure environmental objective. So maybe you are not able to go to most effective way of doing this because engineering design is not allowing it. Okay, so in those cases you have to see it. The quantification of how these optics vary as the planning or control alternatives have changed is an important element of any engineering solution. Okay, so how the quantification of these objective has to be done. For example, the changes in the objectives as the pollution or river charges varies is an exchange of the design and planning problem. Okay, so if you see any pollution discharge happening in a river, okay, so what is the design and planning you have to do? Now, if due to some reason the discharge level become higher or become lower, then again the objective will change. Now, when the objective will change, how the planning and problem or the definition of problem will change. So those complexity also has to be kept in mind. If you know it or not, there is one type of mathematical analysis called sensitivity analysis. Okay. So when we do the sensitivity analysis, what we do, we choose some of the parameters, and then we see that, and keeping all the parameters constant, we variate that particular parameter. Okay. Now, if because of this particular parameter variation, if overall effect is very high, then those parameters are highly sensitive. Okay. So this is called sensitive analysis. Yeah, I think you may be knowing it also. So if that type of analysis, if you do mathematically, you will know these are the parameters in which I have to be very, very careful in choosing the values or fixing the values. Okay. So in these cases, you have to be very, very cautious. Okay. The solution of engineering design water quality problems is created on developing methodology or a solution procedure for resolving this issue. Okay. So on the basis of that, we have to develop these optimized parameters. We have to develop a methodology or system or solution, and then that will be standardized. Okay. So if you see the any standard engineering problem will be there. Okay. So if you see here, the one is the input, okay, which is the control variables. It is going through the system, which will be having different parameters, and this is the output. Okay, depending on the output, again you will come back and choose the, maybe you play with the control variables, variate the control variables, or you may also increase or decrease the inputs. Okay, maybe the what of the inputs is given is not very high or very low, so you have to optimize that also. Okay, so keeping those things in mind, this is the basic idea of engineering system. Okay, input to the system, output, and the system is having different parameters. At the input stage, there is many control variables are there. Okay, so everything has to be kept in mind. Now, this is what I have given you for a very, very standard environmental engineering problem. So this can be applied to any system. Okay, so in the tomorrow class, we'll see what are the different systems are there. Okay, so by tomorrow, this I will try to finish this one, this environmental engineering introduction part. Okay, then we'll start the other things. Okay, the audit thing, environmental system, environmental auditing, or impact assessment, everything we'll see. Okay, so I will try to finish this one tomorrow by tomorrow. Okay. Anyway, hello.
Okay, sir.
Okay, you have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, what is the time now?
The time is 4:45, sir.
Okay, it is already 45 minutes. Huh? Okay, tomorrow again 4 o'clock. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.